good.
Impact Wrestling, PCO, the legend. He lives on. This big man, this agile big man, he can move. I mean, what you're doing at your age and the ability that you're able to the fans love it. What is the secret sauce? What is the secret, the mystery to be able to do what you're doing? How long you've been in this business and you're still going strong?
Yeah, well, I guess there's a lot of discipline put into it and a lot of work that I do every day, and I really take my my career very seriously, and the way that I live during my days off makes me like go crazy when I can work. So it's like it creates the balance, of going crazy and going all out, and not leaving anything in the ring, and physically and mentally and all side of the equation. But yeah, I just have to do a lot of work during the day, and a lot of disciplines. Like I don't go out, I don't drink, I don't do nothing. I'm a pretty boring guy. So my life is pretty much all around being in the ring and performing the way I like to perform and not being human.
There's something to be said about being boring. Look what you're able to do now.
Yeah, exactly.
Lesson learned for all the young talent. Be boring and you could perform at a high level for a long time.
Yeah, it's pretty boring in life. Like, yeah, you don't see me at too many parties, or you don't see me having fun, like doing other things. Like pretty much work on my stuff and just get home and then go back to the gym and do the next thing. And it's always like everything is like about the business, about wrestling, about Impact Wrestling, about championship matches, about winning titles, world titles, and that's the focus, the goal, the mission, and I'm really oriented that way full time.
Well, where PCO is not boring, and most importantly, is in the ring, because fans love him, and the talent loves him too, getting to work with him, and it's just a unique situation for you with Impact Wrestling. And by the way, you could see Impact Wrestling 8 p.m. Thursdays on Access TV. PCO, this whole Frankenstein type of look, how did that start for you? You reinvented yourself, I believe, with that, and it really has caught on.
Yeah, it was, I went to see Distro, was recognized for being the one of the old-time strongmen, probably the strongest one in the world right now as far as what he can do with his hands, like bending nails, tearing up like dex cards, but many other feats of strength. He's super, super strong for his weight and his size, but he was bigger before, and he was doing like the same thing. So now he keeps on doing it, and he's getting up there in the age. So he's a good role model for me, and he's a good friend of me and of mine. And I just wanted to pick on his brain and have him to train me, get me ready, for whatever I was doing in 2017, 2018. Eventually, getting ready for the Walter match at the spring break in Louisiana, and I was coming out of a machine. I was walking away from him, and he said, "Stop, stop, stop!" And he was a big monster freak. He's from Massachusetts. He's born in around the Boston area. He grew up with monsters, and he grew up being bullied and everything, and that's why he became an old-time strongman. Feats of strength, and then so his two passions were monsters and strength. So he kind of taught me. I was already strong, but he kind of taught me the mentality of the strong man, and we got to incorporate that in many videos that we did, where you have the hearse jumping on my body. out of a cliff and landing in the water and things like that. Like we did like some crazy things, and then I was doing like crazy bumps too, because I was always like kind of ahead of my time in the business. I felt like when I was doing crazy bumps, back in the days, I was looked at like, why is it doing that? And I kind of knew like I had something special that I could offer, but I didn't know how to package it. I was just I didn't have the right character, the right persona to package all that, everything that I wanted to, get under my style of wrestling. And now when he said to stop walking, he said you are like what you can be, or you could be a good one, or he said you are Frankenstein. You're totally him. It's like the way you walk, the way you move, and everything you do. It's the same thing as when I was watching the movies when I was like 3 years old, and then I jumped on the bandwagon with them. Like I totally embraced this, even though like I didn't know much about it, and I started to feel like every time I was doing something and I've heard the chant, he's not human, he's not human, and I just went along with it, and it just grew up like so much that it's just it fit me. Like it's not like a lot of times people are saying, how do you find your character? And my answer is your character will find you. So I think that's the way it works.
It does work that way, and the fans too, their reaction to it. And I'm curious, PCO, a couple things real quick here. But one, I noticed that the ring gear, the color is black and blue. So I'm curious, is that because you deliver so much black and blue on your opponent that you had to wear black and blue ring gear?
Well, yeah, I changed for all back, because I had the discussions, and we were brainstorming about, the way I should, present myself, and Destro told me, the further, like, the closer you're going to be to the roots of this guy, that persona, the better it's going to be. So I went full Frankenstein, like full black, no more blue, the button shirts and the jacket, and I went full blown to be close to the roots and to the perfect creation one where Destro tried to. He's trying to have his monster to be perfect, but there's always some work to do in order to get him like where you want him to be, like really perfect. So there's always a malfunction or always something that happened, but we're back into the lab and we're working at it and working on it.
Is PCO of Impact Wrestling afraid of the water?
Not water, it's the fire.
The fire. Right. Yes, it's the fire.
Yeah, I become pretty crazy when there's fire around.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Hey, now you mentioned about world titles. Impact Wrestling has a new champion, Steve Maclin. The guy has worked his way up the ladder, done a great job. And you have a big match, I believe, May 26th in London, Ontario, Canada. Impact Wrestling Under Siege. What is that going to be like for you, getting a big title shot and also in your homeland, Canada?
Can't wait to hear and new Impact World Heavyweight Champion PCO.
Yes.
That's right. I'm so excited. I got goosebumps and thinking about that phrase all the time and that sentence, and I just play that on my mind from morning all the way until I go to bed. It's just constant memorization about that moment that I want to live.
And also Impact Wrestling, Atlanta, all over the place, Chicago. You guys are going to Australia this summer. It's amazing. What can you say about Impact Wrestling, Scott D'Amore, and all the talent that's there? What an incredible roster.
We got an incredible roster, incredible locker room, and it's one of the tightest roster that I've seen. Where I feel like I can honestly say there's no bullshit. There's no sad stories or backstabbing or whatever. I mean, I think everybody's so focused on being successful. They have their destiny very seriously in their hands, and they're not preoccupied with the other guy, the other guys, or the other guy, or the other wrestler. Everybody's focused on delivering the best performance that they can deliver, and I think that's what makes it great. You know, everybody's pretty confident in their talent and on their delivery. That I feel like it's a very peaceful atmosphere, and it's something that I enjoy very much. And also, I really want to, just how impressed I am with the creative team that we've got, and Scott being on top of everything. I think we're doing a great job. We're there's I mean, talking for myself, I think my character has evolved so much in the last year. It's larger, it's bigger than it ever was, even as a world champion with Ring of Honor. I think it's bigger and larger right now, what I'm doing with Impact, because of the way that the creative team is working PCO. I think they're doing a fantastic job, and I'm really very, very super happy with that.
It is awesome, and we'll throw these at you quickly. We'll get you out of here, PCO. Thank you again for the time. Hey, Tim Hortons or Dunkin' Donuts?
By 100-fold, Tim Hortons.
Molson or Labatt's? Or maybe neither. Maybe neither for you.
But I was more like a Molson Dry. Yeah, probably before, yeah.
Edmonton Oilers or Montreal Canadiens?
Montreal Canadiens, without a doubt.
Yes. Although Edmonton's still in the playoffs. Go Oilers.
Okay, go
ahead. And lastly, South Florida or Canada?
Oh, man, Panthers.
Yes. Go Panthers. And you like South Florida. I know you're Canadian, but you're also South Florida guy. So what is it? And I'll end it with that. What is it like as visiting or being in South Florida for you?
I just came back this morning from my house and Sunrise, and it's great. Really, I'm having a great time over there. I got good friends, I got good neighbors, and I'm having a great time over there. And it's just like I was telling one of my friends, when I leave Florida, I got the big heart, because I got to go back to Canada. When I leave Canada to go to Florida, it's the same thing. So I'm losing all the time.
Well, there you go. And you're right there where the Panthers are playing. So you're right there. You've got the best of both worlds, PCO. Impact Wrestling, you're a star there. You got the Florida Panthers. You got the Montreal Canadiens. You got it all. It's all there, PCO. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.